Alright gang, it's a Saturday morning, sun is out, glorious weather in Zululand. Swimming pool was very nice last night, just dodging potholes, just missed that one. It's okay if there's nothing coming at you, you can cross the road to miss them, but if there's a car coming at you, you've got to make a snap decision. I only hit one bad pothole, managed to slam on the brakes before I hit it, but yeah, we were okay, but yeah, there's lots of cars stopped by the side of the road. Anyway, yeah, we're off to Dingaan Kraal today, which is, I thought it was 3 hours, it's actually 2 hours and a little bit. It's not so bad. Okay, we're here at the multimedia centre, which wasn't here when I came with the school group. Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, and then I will look after you on my way out, because you're doing a good job.
Yes.
You're offering security.
Yes.
So you must be rewarded.
Yes.
Yeah, look, I think tip them all, to be honest. Actually, I've got a whole car full of change. But as I was saying, this is all new. We didn't have this when we came in the school bus. It's about 35 degrees today. Now, something I wanted to make clear. You've heard me mention, look at this lizard. Wow, he's magnificent. A big fella. Call Zululand the Valley of 1,000 Hills. Some of you might be saying, Shez, you're full of it. Long flat plains, remember Kambula and Isudwana, big long flat plains. Well folks, today getting here was the Valley of 1,000 Hills. There were so many gorgeous valleys and little hills. Oh, look at this guy. Hello buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Beautiful blue tail, there he is. Blue tail. Here you are. But unfortunately, villages and huts on almost every hill. This country is a booming population. There's one over there. Huge population that's exploding every year. Okay, I had to put the camera off. Camera's back on again. This is, wow, I would have spent a lot of money here. We're welcomed by Dingaan Umgungundlovo. My ancestor. They love their ancestors. It's just a stone's throw here. King Dingaan, my great uncle. They wanted to put on a show for me, but I managed to. Oh, look, I'm the only one here. It's kind of sad. I don't really want to see a show. Yebo when? What's a when? Yebo when? What's that? I used to come here. Dad would try to learn Zulu, I remember. He bought these set of LP records to teach you Zulu, but being an English Yorkshireman, he struggled with it. I mean, well, there's no shame in that. Brian, my mate here, lived all his life. 65 years, he can't speak Zulu. He's still trying to learn it. So, yeah, there's a bit of excitement coming down the road that leads us here, because that was it had to be the way the school bus came. So, just gave the guard at the gate all my change to ostensibly buy himself a beer or 8. But yeah, I don't think this road was here when we came. We're going to recreate today a moment from probably 1972, I think. Okay. I reckon the road would have stopped there, but we've come in here. Okay. We're on the bus. Of course, we're leaping around because it's a few hours from Durban. If we've driven from Durban, it's hours in a bus for us kiddies, kiddy-winkles. Uh-oh, taking the wrong way. Oh, tell me there's another gate here. Oh no. Should have come the wrong way. Oh, maybe you can't. You might have to park. Okay. As I said, it's so bloody hot and humid here. And I'm in a pink singlet, which is another, I'll be remembered. There's the old tranny in the pink singlet that did Zululand. And that's not coincidental, folks, because in Brakpan, if you go back some of my stories, my personal stories of how we got to South Africa with Dad and the job, blah blah, there's one moment that I remember where I told Dad I wanted a pink singlet in Brakpan, not as a gender identity thing, more as a nod to Zoot, the band. Oh well. Okay, this is throwing me out a bit. So, I think, yeah, they threw them all here, right? So the Boers came in good faith. They came to collect the papers for the land that Dingaan was to give them. Oh, there's the monument. And all good. Dingaan says, yeah, got the papers, got them signed up for you. I didn't have carbon paper, so can't give you more than one copy. But, you know, let's not be so hasty. Let's go and have a party. Drink beer, we'll slaughter a couple of cattle, the women will dance. So, you know, no need to bring your guns and that in here, because we're all friends, right? We're giving you land. So, Piet and his friends, they come in. They start drinking the beer. Not long after the entrees, the mood darkens somewhat. The music stops. Look around, suddenly the dancing girls are nowhere to be seen. Even the drinks waiter has disappeared. You lean forward, you think, have we done something? Have we committed a faux pas? But no. Dingaan stands up, he raises his hands to the air with his assegai, and he calls, "Kill the wizards! Tell me, Mr. Wizard! Killed him!" Well, out come the Zulu warriors from behind the huts. You see they're wizards because they've defeated... Oh man, it stops there. What the hell? They're wizards because they killed, or they defeated Mzilikazi so easily, who's been a thorn in Dingaan's side. Dingaan knows that anyone who can defeat with ease Mzilikazi is doing it with wizardry. He's not doing it, you know, no great skill involved, there's wizardry. So they have to die. So down from there, that's the way we came with school. We ran down this hill to this pit. It was a pit. It wasn't a grave, as I recall. And yeah, they were knob carried. They kept Piet Retief till last. They made him watch his son be bashed in the head with a knob carry, thrown in the pit with the rest of them. And then they dispatched Piet. So we saw the aftermath at Blood River. So after this event, Dingaan said to his warriors, well, all around here are voortrekkers or boers. They're waiting for Piet and the men to come back. How many men were with Piet? I'm going to tell you soon. I don't know off the top of my head, probably about 40 or 50. But all the families were over there, lagered up, waiting for the men to come back to tell them the good news. Yeah, we got the papers. We can live here. That's not what they got. They got Zulus streaming out of here with bloodlust on their minds. They call it the washing of the spears. Maybe where they buried them, but it may not be the pit they were found in, so I don't want to get too carried away. Okay, I can't recreate the moment if I don't know where the moment took place. Let's go up here. Imakosini. Oh, there's quite a lot of names up here. Maybe you get to the kraal around the back. It's all in Afrikaans. One of their holy of holies. There we go. Quite a few of them. Maybe more than 50. Sure like their bluestone, aren't they? Probably what that hut's for that we came in. I said there's nothing here. Maybe you sit and get your breath. I think that's in here. We're going to sit here for a minute. So they're all buried in there, all those names. There's hardly any tourists, no. Hardly any tourists I've seen at any place since I've been here. Let's sit here. Oh. in case I don't get a chance to get any closer, or unless it's changed so much in 52 years or something, as I remember. But the bus pulled up, we were leaping around like agitated monkeys. And understandably now, look at the distances we covered in those school bus, hours with a bus of kids, about 12, I'd say no older than 11 or 12, and teachers telling us to settle down, you know, disembark in an orderly manner. Of course, once she's opened the bus doors, it's like shaking a bottle of Sprite and taking the lid off suddenly. We explode into the car park, and there are some evidence of where a kraal had been, sorts of circles, charcoal burnt circles where huts had been. But there's a steep slope. There's a steep slope. And we run down it at full speed because that's where Piet and his men have been hammered, clubbed with knobkerries. And in my mind, the pit was still open. It seems that the bones had recently been removed from this pit. But this mass grave, I imagine, where the pit was, they've moved them here and buried them properly. Look, I was going to drive off because that'd do me. It's so freaking hot out there. But I thought, well, come all this way. Let's. So this African, the security man. Right. Worst map ever, guys. This is the Dingaan Kraal. So maybe we can. It will make sense. He's got to open gates. Okay, thank you.
This one.
Okay.
Yes.
Makes absolutely no freaking sense. There's a long path here. If we can see Dingaan City from the car, all good. Very thick thorns. Oh, it's dangerous. A little bit more filming. You know, there's no sort of signage anywhere to tell me what I'm looking at. All I know is I'm fenced in, and it's thick bush, very inhospitable. But presumably, I mean, there's a fence line here. Presumably, to my left, somewhere in there, was the King's Kraal. We heard earlier. Oh, hang on, I see a hut roof. Maybe I'm a bit presumptuous that there's nothing here. We heard there was 5 to 4, between 3,000 and 5,000 people here or something, and that number could swell. Okay. But at the moment, it feels like a game drive, as in you're in a game park, you're driving around these dirt tracks looking for animals. So, you know, you might expect somewhere there'd be a sign or something say, you know, this hut was where the number one wife lived, or... And the Zulus still practice, you know, this is the King's Kraal, so it's massive, but Each Zulu has a little kraal of his own, and where his wives stay in individual huts is their importance to him. Number one wife gets the first hut. Okay, well, alright, I've seen a sign that says the start of the trail. Of course there's stuff here to look at, of course there is. Alright, let's get out and see some huts. This will be a reproduction of the, what it might have looked like. Ooh. Okay. Lovely to get out of the car, there's a slight breeze. Ooh, I'm so wet with sweat. Okay. They don't make these huts that much anymore because they've run out of raw materials. The grass and the timber to make this sort of stuff. This circle here, we've lost our marker to tell us what it might be. There is, of course, a brewing hut. You're going to have beer. Alright, if you thought my entrance was kind of small, why do you go look at these huts? Beautifully, like handmade rope, isn't it? Really well done and kept together. Right. I could crawl in there. What the hell? Oh, it's cool in here. Well, I crawled in a whoops, what do they call it? Blockhouse. Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah, bit of plasterboard maybe, some your doors posters, Jim Morrison posters, sound system there. I think you'd need a curved flat screen, I think above the door. And you know, have a hut. You'd have a fire, I suppose. Be real smoky, but they've probably thought of that. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they had no smoking rule inside the huts, because they look quite. Ouch! Oh, they look quite capable of burning, don't they? Okay, let's go over here. Well, Kwa Matiwane. Okay, then I'm now standing in the great cattle enclosure. Straight ahead is Kwa Matiwane, the execution hill. Okay, it's a ridge northeast of Umgungundlovo, after the leader of the Ngwane people, killed there in 1829 by order of the king. Okay, it's also the site where Piet Retief and his party were killed. The event, along with the Battle of Ngome, forced with Blood River, forced King Dan to flee, and he burnt down Umgungundlovo as he left. Okay, now I know what's going on. I know what's going on here, guys. Okay, there's a school thing over there, or a camp. I reckon if we went over past that, you would find Execution Hill, so that's where we got to go. Oops. That makes sense. You're not gonna dump them in your backyard.